Hello. So at the start of this video, I'm actually going to go into how Discord.py actually works. If you're not interested in this, you can skip through, but I think it's super important to understand. So right here, we've got our computer, right? We have all the lines of code in VS Code here, right? We've got our run right down here. Okay. So how this works is this is called an API, right? An API stands for, I forgot. API stands for Application Programming Interface. So what this means is the API is what connects our code, our computer, to, this is going to be a really bad drawing of the Discord bot. That's fine. Okay. So the API is what connects our computer to Discord, right? So you can always imagine it as if we are the chefs, right? We're at a restaurant, we're the chefs. We're cooking up, we're creating all the stuff. But Discord is the customers. So they're going to order something, they're going to run a command, and the API is like the waiter. They're going to take the order, bring it to our computer gets it, our code makes the food, does whatever it wants, and then that output we send back with the waiter to our customer for them to eat and enjoy. So, how this works in our code is with that token that we have. How it works is we create this bot right here, and what we do is this token that we have is the thing, the API key that connects our computer to our bot on Discord. So when we write bot.run at the end of this, it connects our bot to Discord and allows it to run and do everything. Alright, so now we are going to go into how buttons work. So, we're going to create a new command this time. We're not going to do this old command, we're going to do a new one. And remember, we're going to write bot.command, just like that, async define. This time it's going to be button ctx. Alrighty. So, now what we're going to do is we're going to have our two numbers, right? We're going to have num1, num2. We're going to make another calculator, but this time this calculator is going to be with buttons. So just as before, you can actually just copy and paste this in. We're going to get our a and b, which are the integers, casted integers, so it's not strings, right there. So now what we're going to want to do is be able to add them with buttons. So how do we create a button, right? What we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a class. So you may have talked about this a little bit last year with JavaScript, but classes are things, right? It's an object, right? A class is like a constructor, so you have all these outlines of exactly what it does. What happens is anywhere in the code you can create a new object that already has all of the things that the class has, so you don't have to keep rewriting code. So we're going to create a class that will automatically create all the buttons for us that then we can handle separately. So what we're going to have to write at the start, we're going to do it up here, we're going to do it before all the additions. So these are our calculations. Always remember to comment code. It's a really good idea to do so. We're going to write class, and we're just going to call this simple view, right? That's going to allow all the buttons to work. Now, there's this thing called inheritance, which it's a more complex idea, and we're going to learn about it more with Java and the AP exam later in the year. But for right now, you don't really need to understand exactly how it works. It's just we are using Discord's view, which is connected to buttons, in order to help make our code run, right? So, what we're going to do first is we are going to make our button. So, just like with the commands that had this decorator bot command, we need a decorator, but this time our decorator is for our button. So, we're going to write at discord.ui .button, and then we're going to create a label. So our label, let's just call it add, right? Then in this add, we're going to async define add button. All right. We're going to write self, which self is just something that you need in every single function that's under class, which just means that that specific view that we create is going to be using it. Then we're going to need our interaction is discord.interaction, and our button goes discord.ui.button. So you don't really need to understand how that works. That's just getting everything set up to use the button. So now what we're going to do is, if it's clicked, we're going to add, right? A plus B. No, we're actually going to do something a little bit different. I realized that it's going to be a little bit easier if we do this just for the test one. We're just going to label it hello, right? Just define it as hello. And we are going to await await dot interaction. Oh, not dot interaction. Await interaction dot response dot send message hello world. Okay, so now that we have that all settled, we're gonna go down back to our command, and the num1 and num2 we're gonna deal with later. That's gonna be later on, but right now we just want to see if it works. So we're gonna create our view, and it's going to be equal to a new simple view, just like that, right? That simple view that we made right up here. Now inside of this, we are going to message equals await ctx dot send view is equal to view. Alright, now this should work. And we are going to what was it called? What did we call it? Button. $button. That didn't work. Oh, okay, we're just going to delete this really quickly. num1 and num2, we're just going to comment these guys out. They are not necessary right now. Should just be able to do that. Give me 1 second, I will be right back. Alright, got it figured out. So, we created our view. Then we're going to make a button is equal to discord.ui.button label equals click me. Then we're going to view dot add item. We're going to add our button. And then we're going to await ctx.send view is equal to view. Now this should work. Hello. Hello world. Look at that. Now that's not going to do anything right now because we haven't done anything. But we got that hello to work, right? Hello world. Beautiful. So that should be all nice and working now. I'm going to delete this. And this should work. Let me just see. Run it again. $button. Hello world. Beautiful. Now we can do some decorators to the buttons. For example, we can just make the style is equal to discord.button style dot success. That's just a nice little green one. Oh, we forgot the double S. Button. Look at that, nice and green. Okay, beautiful. So
in the next video, we will go further in depth on how we create and do interesting stuff with the buttons that we have now.